Where you were born, L.A.?
Fuck no.
No?
Fuck no. I was born in Illinois. And I lived in
Illinois?
LA. Yeah,
Wow.
I was born in Illinois in a town called Peoria. Peoria,
Hey,
Illinois.
I was just there. I was in Canton.
Shut up.
Yeah, I flew into Peoria. I was
Shut
there.
the
I was
fuck
just
up.
there hunting.
That's what people do there. They
Yeah,
hunt.
they fucking hunt.
My neighbor-
Hey, you know what they do? They grow beards, they fuck bitches, and they hunt deer,
That's right.
and they drink.
No, our neighbor would always fucking during the deer season would come home with some fucking big dead deer on his
Oh, Eric does
truck,
that.
That's
and
me.
then he would give us
yeah,
the meat,
Right.
and we would have to eat it. My family would cook it, and my mom would be like, "I don't want to waste it," and I would have to eat this, be traumatized. I'd kind of be like, "Oh, I didn't want to eat it," you know.
Yeah.
And I had to eat this deer, and they also would hunt the more like kind of like white trasher families would hunt squirrel, and we would
No
eat that once in a while. Yes,
I did
ate
that
it.
while I was there too.
Are you serious?
yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's my childhood. You came to make me face my childhood. That's why I'm here.
You were sitting next to the thing that turns you into you.
Probably.
So how old
Probably.
were you when you moved out of there?
Okay, I was like 11.
11.
My family, my dad got a job in San Jose area, and
Yeah.
we moved to California, and that was like the best thing. Like God was like totally looking out for me because that was
Yeah.
the time that I would have had to, get the hell out of there, being like,
Yeah.
like this. So
How did you know you were gay?
I think I wanted to suck the first dick when I was like 3 years old.
No way.
my
Time out.
God.
Time out.
Hold on, we
Hey,
gotta stop
time out,
there.
time out. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this.
Like,
Holy fuck.
yeah.
What's the whole household? Brother, sister, mom, dad, everyone married?
I have like the most like stablest house that you could never say that something. My parents are like my mom's like a Stepford wife. My dad is like a PhD engineer. He's like the president of all these things.
I
what
probably
I mean?
didn't even
Like-
know what a dick was about 10.
Okay,
Like, how'd you know you wanted to suck one at 3?
Because I remember at 3 years old, I looked at He-Man. I thought He-Man was so fucking sexy.
They never showed his
Immediately.
dick though in He-Man.
Well, it doesn't need to because he's already wearing like a G-string. Have you seen that cartoon?
Yeah.
He's seriously wearing. If you look at He-Man, Google He-Man. If you're not in this generation, but Google it, that could have been what turned me gay.
So
Yeah.
after that, it was strictly.
You know?
After that, you went straight to WWF.
From there, I loved WWF. Hulk
Rock.
Hogan. He was.
Which
a
wrestler
hunk.
were you into?
All of them.
Jake the Snake Roberts?
Snake
Oh,
made
I
me
knew
think-
it.
Yeah, and in fact, in living in Peoria, I swear, I begged her to take us to a match. And I saw the real Jake the Snake with the fucking, what was his name? Randy, the Macho Man?
yes.
The Macho Man, Randy, yes. I saw
Did
that.
you go home and jerk it after that?
You're sitting,
I
sitting
didn't
next
know
to Jerry
how
the
to.
Snake.
You know, yeah.
I didn't know how
That's
to.
Jerry the Snake.
I was going to say, I saw at the bottom of his pants there's something sticking out. I didn't-
That's it.
That was
That's
it.
the snake.
That would be the snake.
Okay.
Okay, so then you realize you're gay at 3. So does that
Yeah.
fuck with your head growing up?
Wait, that turns you gay.
That's Jake
Hey,
the
dude,
Snake.
look at that.
how
Look at
fucking
that
gay he is.
manly motherfucker,
He's more
dude.
gay than me. Look
Yeah,
at that.
that's some
Fuck.
innuendo
Oh my
going
God.
on.
I just wanted
Yeah.
to confirm.
Hey, I got a boner right now.
Yeah.
Listen, no. Listen. What? A person is born that way. That's just,
Right,
there's
right.
No,
So
that's-
Midwest-
I should just like back this up and just say that knew I was gay probably when the fucking sperm hit the egg.
Right.
And my mom's fucking thing, I was probably dancing to like the disco
Show
she was
tune?
playing.
It's Raining Men?
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
So then, but you're in the Midwest. You got a Stepford wife mom. You got
Yeah.
a regular dad.
Right.
How does that fuck with you mentally?
That's when you said, how does it fuck with you? It's the outside that fucks with you.
Yeah.
It's everybody telling you that, like, there's something wrong with you. And, when you're just trying to be yourself. You know what I mean?
You're walking around as a little boy, but
this was
you're
the
you're
80s.
acting too fancy.
In the 80s, it was different than now.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, if I would have acted fancy like that, I would have had 7 different sex changes by now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's how it's different now. So, you know what I mean? And that's good. That's a good thing, I have to say. Like, growing up, like, it would have probably, if you would have asked me, like, 3 years old, oh, would you rather be a boy or a girl? I would have just said, yeah, a girl. And if I could have just taken a pill and been a girl back then, I would have done it. I've always said that. But in order to really transition, you have to go through all these surgeries and all these,
So do
things.
you think it's gay or do you think that it's transgender?
Me personally, you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, like I said,
Or is that the same thing?
I don't like labels. I think they're completely
Right.
different things.
Right.
Gay is totally like how you're orientated. Like, it's like, are you attracted to men or are you attracted to women? I've been attracted to men since day one get-go.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
He-Man.
And then like gender is like how you feel in terms of your like maleness or femaleness, right? And then some people feel like neither. You know what I mean? That's another thing now. You know, some people are like neither, which I'm so open-minded about things. I just think that the next level of being open-minded is to destroy all the labels. It's not to make new ones.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I think. Like, I think that if you want to really take humanity and make us like more evolved, then we need to eliminate race. We need to eliminate gender, and we need to eliminate those two.
Yeah,
Right.
because
Like those two.
don't you think the labels, then by having the labels... it
And
actually-
sexuality, that's the other one.
actually,
That's the
by
other
having all these labels, it actually causes any confrontation or hate.
Yeah.
Because by saying, oh, I want to be called this or this or this or this, and you can name all these things, instead of just looking at somebody and not giving a fuck
Yeah.
whose dick they suck. You know?
Yeah.
You don't care. Amen.
Yes.
Right?
So what do you think about all these weirdos that won all the labels?
Hey, well, you just made a label. You called
I
him
mean-
a weirdo.
yeah.
No, listen,
hear that
I
shit?
like that label. I'm weird as fuck, okay? I'm probably the weirdest person you're ever going to meet.
I would second that.
So you don't
And I'm
agree
proud
with
of it.
all the genders, right? They're creating like
I mean,
how about
no,
this?
in a way, I agree beyond it. I agree that, like, now there's the dragon lady. I love that. Have you heard of her?
No.
Tiamat Medusa. Shout out to you. She's my friend on Facebook. I love her. In the beginning, I would hear, even me, like, I was transphobic. I would say, like, oh, I'm going to transition into a dragon when I said before transitioning into giraffe. That is, I'm joking, obviously, so I'm in the business of humor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But really, if somebody wants to be a dragon or a fucking giraffe, who the fuck cares?
Oh,
Why
this-
is it my business or anybody's? So I'm actually beyond the labels. I think that, like, those people that are making the labels are more close-minded than me because
Oh, that's
they need
not
to have
the-
these labels.
that's not the
yes,
Brazilian
that
broad.
is it. No, it's
I'm thinking of the
Tiamat.
Brazilian
No,
Dracula.
Tiamat. Look at her. She's a dragon, honey. She's a dragon. Look.
Yeah,
She's a
she
dragon.
is.
Can she breathe fire?
Well, maybe she drinks Fireball whiskey.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Well, she,
Damn.
she
Whoa.
split the tongue
Face
and
tattoos.
cut her nose off. She did quite a bit of. She's done some work.
What do they call
She's not
those?
playing
games. She's
What do they call
committed.
those under the skin things that look like horns? Like
Implants.
Well, I mean, they call them
Subdermal.
something.
Yeah.
Subdermal, yeah.
So when you're growing up as a child, is your father kind of giving you a little bit of shit like, hey, stop doing that?
I
stop
got
doing
my
that,"
ass kicked by every end that you could get it fucking kicked.
By your dad?
Beyond that, when I left my home and I started like just stepping out into the world and I was like looking like this, I got my fucking teeth knocked out getting gay bashed. So, you know, I've had my ass kicked by every which way that you can for just being myself. So, but the thing is, I don't cry about these things. You know what I mean? Like in the beginning, you know, you get, you know, whatever. But now I'm a really fucking strong person because of it.
What doesn't
You know what I
kill
mean?
you makes you
Like,
stronger.
Yeah, I'm strong as fuck, and I feel like you know, because of shit like that, you know, that you go through. It made me like very resilient and very strong. But at the same time, if you can make the world a better place so people don't have to go through it, then like everybody should be all for that. And I
Yeah.
think the way to do that is to just be open-minded all around and to just get rid of the labels all together.
I'll be honest.
You know?
I don't understand why other people give a fuck.
Yeah.
About other people. You know
Well,
what I mean?
You know what? Let's like
I don't
just
care.
really go crazy. Let's talk about race. You know how race is such a big issue now? Let's talk about that. Okay? Let's talk about race. Because nowadays people, it's such a, oh my God, race is like the biggest issue, I'd say, in this country. And people are so divided. Why are people even trying to figure out people's race anymore? Nobody looks like, it's all based on looks, let's face it, first of all.
What do you
mean?
think he
It's
looks
all-
like?
I don't fucking know. That's why I'm like,
Just
I
guess.
look at him. Who knows? You could be mixed up with some kind of fucking Asian. You could be mixed up with some kind of Latino.
She caught you.
could
Asian.
Caught you.
She just hit you in
Who
the first two
knows?
guesses.
Or
You got
could
him
be-
in the first two guesses.
Some white, some this, some that. So why would I try to figure out? You're a handsome man either way. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm serious. I
Look at you
came to
building
this
him up.
conclusion one day. I was like riding the public transport, and this guy got on the bus.
Wait, is that
and-
code for something?
No, it's called code for the bus.
Okay.
All right.
Just so you know where my head's at.
No,
okay.
I don't drive. I'm a weirdo that owns a house but doesn't drive. So like, okay, so I'm riding the bus and like this guy got on and he was so gorgeous looking, right? And I was looking at him and I was like, is he Asian? Is he like what am I? I'm trying to figure out what he is, right? And I get to talking to him and he's like, oh, my mother's part Japanese, my dad is part black, I have white, I have this, that. So what do you really call him in the end? You know what I mean? Who cares? I really figured it out. I go, well, why am I even trying to
All you knew
put a
is-
label on?
Oh,
it?
All you knew
checked,
is
you know?
you checked yourself.
Yeah, and that's when my mind opened up, and I was like, "Why are we even putting labels on people, or why am I trying to figure out what race he is? He's hot one way or another. Who cares?
Yeah,
you know?
Did you like his eyebrows were on fleek?